Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? So hopefully everybody's doing pretty good and everybody's doing okay. So today what I've decided to do now, I wanted to make decided to make another tip video so to help you guys to basically perceive and you can create and manifest your desires more effectively and influentially. All right. So I want to talk today about a force, and this force now is basically, I consider this force the number one stopper, destroyer, what do you call it, killer of your manifestation or your creation process. And we use this force every day. So what is this force? Well, it's the force known as, or the perception or the illusion known as time. So what is time? How does time work? Well, time to our brains are perceptions. So our brains, in other words, in short term, our brains use time in linear format. We use time as logical structure to organize, to balance, to move forward. Okay, it's perception from one event to the next. That's how our brain perceives it. So what part of the brain operates or uses time? Well, it is your cerebellum and your hippocampus. That region is known as the frontal cortex, or the frontal region of your brain that perceives the illusion of time. But here's something: the past, the future, past, future, okay, are divided. And here's the key: they are all the same. There is no difference. Past, future, there's only one time, which is now. Quantum physics proves that to us. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity also backed that up and proved it to us. So what does it mean? Well, reality is all now. It's just one big time. Your brain developed the concept of time, like I said, as a logical structure: night, day, months, days, so it can organize our lives. But it doesn't make it real. It is an illusion, because here's why: time is relative to the observer. Meaning what? Well, if time were real, it would be the same time everywhere. For example, it is around 10 a.m. here in the East Coast. Right now, as I'm speaking and making this video, it is already another day somewhere in the world. Meaning what? Another time. So what is that? All things are happening now. So what is that? Well, time is just an illusion. It's a perception of your brain. But here is how it can effectively stop you in your tracks from manifesting. Okay, here's why: because your conscious mind, or the ego part of your mind, it uses time, the illusion of time. Your higher self, subconscious mind, does not operate with time. It operates with all things are happening now. And that's the part of your consciousness that actually creates and manifests all your desires into reality. So how does it work? Well, first of all, we have to know how things work on a small scale, which is the quantum scale, and then we can elevate that into what is known as the classical, or the real big thing scale. So how does it work? Well, put it simply. I'll put it in this way. Look, the more you put time into your manifestations, the more you say to yourself, why is it taking so long? The more you start to put the how, the why, and the when will it manifest. Here's what you're doing: you're actually pushing it away. You're not bringing it to you, because we live in an attraction-based universe. So a pull and pull. Attraction basically means the things that you don't think about, the things that you resist, you're still pulling them in, because everything comes in. Okay? Now here's the key point: if you start to put time into things, why is it taking so long? How many years do I have to wait? Why I can't get this? Why the time isn't? You are actually stopping your own manifestation. Because here's why: you're out of alignment with your higher subconscious mind. Because what? It has no idea what time is. Your ego, or conscious mind, is the only part of that mind that operates with the time. Okay? So each time you start to say, why is it taking so long? Why I can't have it? Why da da? You're actually pushing it away. The moment you let go and you realize that, wait a minute, time is happening right now and I don't have to worry about it, so let me leave it to my higher self, or the subconscious mind, and guess what, man? Your desires will pop up on you in no time. That's the irony of how the universe works. The more you put time into it, the longer it takes. The more you take time out of it, the faster it manifests. Isn't that unique? That's how the universe works. So there's a big tip. Now remember, we have three minds. No, actually, we have four minds. Okay? You always hear me talk about the other minds: the conscious, subconscious, higher self. But here's your minds. Here's how they generate. You have your conscious mind, the rational thinking mind, that houses the ego. There's also a part of your mind that many of you know now know due to this channel. It's known as your critical factor, or it's kind of a psychological filter. the gateway between the subconscious and conscious. And then you have your subconscious, which is the third mind, and then you have the fourth part of your mind, which is your superconscious. So all four parts of your mind, they operate in different dimensional, what we call time space or space time. But here's the key: your superconscious and your subconscious mind has no awareness of time. So if that part of your consciousness has no awareness of time and believes everything is happening now, what does that mean? Well, it means that is the part of you that generates and create these particles to come in to create your reality. So if it generates and create these particles to create your reality, that means its concept and its dimension of thought process is absolute truth, meaning that time doesn't exist. Whatever goes on within your higher self or within the subconscious or the superconscious, it means it's happening right now. That's in basic terms. So you must be careful. So here's the tip: you must resist your ego mind when it tries to bring you into how, why, and when. The mind will always put in a how. The ego mind, it always has, because what? It is derived on a time concept. Through evolution, our minds develop that time concept. So here's the key, guys: you must stop putting time into the manifestation. Stop worrying about how long. What if I'm old by the time I get it? What if the thing I want is gone? What if the house is sold? The minute you do that, you may not realize it, but the minute you do that, you have switched your vibratory frequencies. You're out of alignment with your higher self, with your subconscious, which is a no time observer. So the key is this. Here's the key: stay in the present moment. Live moment to moment. Do not worry about time. Forget about the time. Your mind will try to fight you with time, how long it takes. But I'm here to tell you, if you keep going back into time and saying, how long? Why hasn't it come? What if I'm old? What if... You've already just cut off the creation. You have just cut off the manifestation with your subconscious, because now your subconscious is saying, hey, we're on our way to get it, but you just cut me off. I don't know this language. What is this time? I don't know what Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Christmas, holiday, what next year. It doesn't have it. It says everything is now, right now. All these things you desire is right now. So the key is this. Here's how you can get out of the time concept. I'm not saying it's easy for beginners, but with repetition and awareness, remember how our brains work. Repetition, awareness will create the habit. So what you have to start to do, monitor your mind. See where your mind. If your mind starts to say to you how, why, when, you stop it and you can say these words. Look, I am not playing the how, the why, when game with you. Thank you very much. I'm not playing how, why, when game. Thank you very much. These things can let your ego mind know that, wait a minute, I have stopped. There is a process here, and you will continue into your present moment. So the key is stay within the present moment, okay? Moment to moment. That creates what is known as the perception of time. That's all you have to do. Leave it to your higher self. Do not put time. The minute you let it go and know that it's going to happen, the faster it comes to you. But the moment you keep thinking of years, months, I'm doing this so long, why isn't it happening? You've just cut off the connection. Simple as that. Your mind is out of alignment. You pushed it back. In other words, when you put time into something and you start thinking and wondering how long, if you hadn't put the time into it and you followed the process that I'm showing you, your manifestation could have occurred in, let's use what we use, perception and time, 3 months. But if you put it in and put it out and keep thinking about time, you push it back and it may come to you in 5 years. But you could have had it in 3 months. Why? Well, because if you operate with your higher self, which is no time, you'll get it right before you know it. Okay? So those are the tips that I would like to leave with you guys today to remember. Keep time out of the equation, because it is a destroyer of your manifestation. It distracts you from your higher self. Your ego is a concept of an illusion. What is an illusion? Basically, it's a survival critical mechanism. It's here to protect, to hold you, to keep you comfortable, and it developed all these concepts and these illusions to do this. So anytime you're operating within that fraction or part of your mind, you're not operating within your higher self or the creative part of your mind. Okay, remember, your ego cannot create, guys. Okay, it cannot create. Only your higher self or your subconscious mind can bring it and create. Your ego is just a survival mechanism. Right? So those are the tips I want to leave you with. Now, as far as the coaching program, there is about a month delay if you desire to sign up to get coached. So it's a month delay behind. And feel free to email me. You can get you on board when I have some more slots open. mhaughton76@gmail.com. And the Facebook group, of course, you guys can please feel free to take advantage, because there's a lot of information that I present that is very open, free. Everybody can learn. You can apply the same concepts that I'm doing with these videos, and you can use them in your life, and you can see the results for yourself. As soon as you get on the page, the results speaks for themselves. All right, guys, so those are the tips today. So remember, leave time out. Remember this: the time will pass anyways, so why worry about it? Okay, the minute you do this, watch how fast your manifestations become. Here's another tip: remember, time is what? Illusion, perception, relative to observer. No, time is not real for everybody. If that makes it that, it makes it just a perception. Another big tip: only real time is right now. Be in this moment, operate, visualize, see the things, don't put time. Boom, manifestations shall occur. Thank you, guys.